This video contains a big spoiler for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you do not want to see what it is and you want to experience it for yourself, that is totally fine. Feel free to click off. Do not watch this video. If you want to see something that is, in my opinion, the coolest thing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, stay tuned. Enjoy the video. You are watching at your own risk. You have been given ample time to click off if you don't want to watch this. And with that said, let's get into it. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has completely engulfed our lives for the last whoever knows amount of hours. It is all we have been doing. World of Light has been my test. It's what I've been doing, and I've made it close to the end. This is a spoiler for something that is going to happen eventually with everyone in World of Light. You guys will all experience this, but there is a secret playable character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that you didn't know was there at all. And we'll get into who it is here in a little bit, but you are not going to be able to use this character during online or anything like that, at least not now. You don't unlock this character. You can't ever use the character outside of this one encounter in World of Light, and that's for good reason. You'll see when it does happen and what character it is. It's a really fun boss fight, and here I'm just including some footage because I'm going to talk a little bit about the lead up to this, because you see so much of this character slash characters throughout the game. It is something that has been in Super Smash Bros. For a very long time. There was rumors of it being playable before for other entries in the franchise, but having it finally realized in the ultimate version of Smash Bros. Was so fun, and it was a phenomenal fight, if I'm being honest. It has been hands down, hands down, my favorite moment in World of Light, and there is a lot to love in that mode. It is a mode that is chocked full of nostalgia and Easter eggs and callbacks to some of your favorite franchises, whether it be musical cues, some level design, or just like puzzle elements. There is a lot of really fun stuff in World of Light. I cannot say enough how much I really enjoyed this mode, and I'm so happy that I think a lot of people are going to be happy with this character. You can probably come back and play over and over again. I haven't done so, but the save point after you beat this, it's getting close to the final boss here, so this is right at the end. God, it absolutely blew my mind. The love that Sakurai put into this game is apparent at every single corner. You can tell that he has a real affinity for what he does, and I can honestly see this being his final game. He said that before, and it's never really proven to be the case, but it kind of feels like this is an amalgamation of everything that he has ever put into the franchise. Super Smash Bros. Is way too popular of a franchise to just like never come back, but Sakurai's probably going to deserve some rest after this. And he has said like, hey, this is my last one. He said it before, but this time, just the feeling of this game being as grand as it is, it has me wondering if it's maybe time for him to actually hang it up. He gave everybody an amazing experience with this, and with this secret playable character that we're about to talk about here, he has given something that fans have wanted for a very long time. It was done before through emulation in other video games, and maybe you already know who I'm talking about just based off the things I'm saying. It was done by hacks before, but seeing it finally in an official Nintendo sanctioned capacity is really cool. But I feel like we've kind of talked about it enough here in the beginning. I think it is safely time to get into it, and why don't we do that now? So if you hadn't guessed, I am talking about a Master Hand battle in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And here you get to control said hand. Look, obviously I made some little hints at it during the beginning of the video here, but finally being able to control Master Hand in a Super Smash Bros. Game is really cool. It took me a couple of matches to even like get a grasp of how like it was to control this character. His moveset is like super awesome. You can do every single move that Master Hand can do in the real game. You are fighting waves and waves of quote-unquote enemies, even though they're like shadow versions of regular characters, and you're just tasked with like wiping them off the stage as often as you can. It's not a very long battle. It lasts mere seconds, but the fact that this can happen is so cool. In the footage that you were watching, I am controlling Master Hand. I'm a real big fan of that attack that he has there with the lasers coming out of his fingertips. and that was like a real godsend, because I actually like failed a couple of times while recording this. You can go anywhere you want in the map, like you're not gonna fly off or anything like that. It's more about getting as many of them with one fell swoop as you possibly can, doing as much like area effect damage while the enemies are all like clumped together here. And this laser attack, again, that was 100% my favorite. You're gonna see me do it more and more as the battle wages on here, but also just like crushing, doing the like little tornado spin. It's so cool. If they would have told you when you were a kid, like, hey, you know, when you were playing, imagine for a second, and I said this to Zach in a different video, imagine for a second, younger version of you playing Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64, and then someone tells you, hey, one day you're going to play a version of this with 74 characters. You think the roster that's there is cool right now? You think it's cool that you can play Link and Mario together? 74 characters one day. It would have absolutely blown your mind. And you know, Master Hand? Yeah, you're familiar? One day you're going to be able to control that for yourself. I know I wouldn't have believed it when I was younger. I know a lot of you probably wouldn't have either. To see the evolution of Smash Brothers throughout the years, there's been, you know, not a lot of entries, but the entries that are here are all so memorable. Melee, Brawl, some of my favorite games of all time. I love the way that they just take over the fighting community every once in a while. They're not the biggest thing at EVO, but I watch EVO every single year, and I always have an eye out for what the Smash community is doing, because it is so beloved, both by the hardcore and casual alike. And just a moment like this that I know fans have wanted for such a long time, seeing Sakurai finally put it in here, giving people what they want. It feels like there's like some finality to it, at least on Sakurai's end. Whatever the next Smash Brothers game ends up being, and make no mistake, I do think there will be one, it's going to need to do something dramatically different. I don't think you can just build upon this like 74 character roster forever and then at some point have 100 characters. I don't think that's happening. I would imagine that whatever comes next has to be a reset of some kind. So having Master Hand playable here is really cool. And when I say reset, just to clear that up a little bit, something completely different visually. I'm sure it's still going to be like the gameplay. It'll probably be the gameplay for the most part, but at least visually. And there's going to have to be some adjustments for the gameplay. But yeah, I don't know what they do. And that's one of the biggest questions coming out of Ultimate here. What do they do next? Has Sakurai and company painted themselves into a corner that they might not be able to get out of with this? Because once you give people everything they want, other than like some characters like, you know, Gino, people want that, like, sure, but other than that, you've given them so much. Where do you go from here? And seeing where Smash is going to go from here is going to be, it's going to be phenomenal. I don't know when the next Smash game is coming out. This game just came out, you know, in the last day and a half or so. And it just feels amazing, honestly, to have waited for this long and the game to turn out the way it did. Master Hand, controlling him is amazing. The movesets, they're all there. It's, you know, a little bit of a cheat just because it's so powerful, but it's a really good time to experience. Here you see Galeem kind of just like hanging there. We see Darkon just like kind of hanging there. We conquered both the light and the darkness. And again, this is close to the end of the game. That's why there was that big spoiler warning there. But yeah, you can 100% control Master Hand and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I don't know that any of us expected that. It was such a phenomenal surprise for me. Again, hands down, haha, once more. The coolest moment in Smash Bros. Ultimate is controlling Master Hand, even though it is in a limited capacity. Seeing it there, absolutely fantastic. But, guys, please let me know what you think in the comments below. We hope that you have been having as much fun with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as we have. We hope you have the full roster unlocked. We hope that you have made a ton of progress in World of Light. We hope that you have as many spirits as possible leveled up. And this game is going to provide fun for years to come for a lot of people. And it's been a long time coming. I know some people might, you know, feel whatever, that it's not like an entirely brand new game. But what they did here with Ultimate is really special. And I just want to give like one last shout out to Sakurai for making all of this happen. Without that man, that very special, troubled, stressed out man, we wouldn't have this. Fans of Ultimate this time around, or fans of Smash Brothers this time around, got way more than they could have possibly bargained for. World of Light is humongous. So we got some fan favorite characters like King K. Rool in the game. We got a new Pokemon representative. Isabel's in the game, for crying out loud. You guys should be happy. I hope that this weekend is full of fun smashness with you guys, and we personally can't wait to have some of those good times with you. Streams are coming where we get to play together, a bunch of fun stuff. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We love you. My name has been Gabe. We're bringing that back for this special video. Follow us on Twitter, Discord, links in the description. SwitchForce out.